Hi there, Loy Machedo speaking to you from loymachedo.com. Who is Loy Machedo Think Personal Branding? Okay, we got this nice little headlines from KHALEEJ Times. Links are put down below. And the topic is UAE Golden Pension announced for expats to help boost gratuity. So what it seems here is the private sector employees have the flexibility to contribute as little as 100 dirhams on a monthly basis and earn a profit on the amount saved, which can be availed in addition to earning gratuity provided by their organization. So it sounds very nice, at least in theory. So it seems National Bonds has launched the first of its kind golden pension scheme in UAE to ramp up its suite of financial planning solutions for nationals and residents. The UAE's leading Shariah-compliant savings and investment company said the pension scheme is developed in line with increasing demands from employers and employees. Now, before I even tell you what do I think about this, you comment and tell me, would you go in for something like this? Let's say you're staying in the UAE. Would you invest your money as little as 100 dirhams or whatever per month? Would you save and enjoy? Would you? Comment down below and let me know. Now I'll tell you what I think. See, as per this article, obviously UAE media will portray UAE in a very positive light, which is understood. Okay. And what they're trying to say here is, as per the terms of the new proposition, employees have the flexibility to contribute little as 100 dirhams, and then you'll earn a profit on that 100 dirhams, and you'll also earn a gratuity, okay, provided by the organization. What do I feel? My logic is simply this. In which country you're a citizen, you will enjoy certain rights. In which country you're not a citizen, you can't claim any rights. Think about, for example, an Indian in India. Indian in India has certain rights. But there also you tend to have problems. Why? Because even though you have certain rights and all that, if a company knows the loopholes of the system, it can play around. Remember what happened to United States and the mortgage crisis, and bankers were busy playing with people's trust and selling them stuff which was total trash. And in the end, when the banking system collapsed, all the people suffered, all. Especially the poor, especially the middle class, especially the old people, lost everything. Who had the money? The rich at the top. Okay. So when a country can do that to its own citizens, can't a country do even worse to expatriates? UAE is not your home country. UAE is not your, savior. I'm not saying UAE is an evil place. UAE provides certain opportunities and you have to join our hands and say thank you for that. But at the same time, UAE is not a country that is going to make your life so easy and so amazing. Healthcare benefits for free, education for free, employment benefits, unemployment benefits. No, sorry. It doesn't work that way. In fact, let me tell you a very simple thing. Insurance. You know insurance, right? You take insurance for accident, you'll get paid something. If there is fire, you get paid something. If there is any theft or something, you get... Now, they give you all these big promises when they have to convince you. Once they take your money, you have to pay every month. But the day you make a claim, there comes a very big question. Would they actually give you the money easily? Would they make it a little difficult and then they'll give the money? Or will they try to figure out a loophole in the system where they don't have to pay you? You and I know the third option that I give you, they'll try to find a loophole in the system not to pay, is the most likable or likely situation. A simple example, my ex-boss, Gabriel D'Souza, Quick Electric, when there was an unfortunate fire in his factory, which was not his factory, the warehouse was connected to another chemical plant where they used to store chemicals. That caught fire, which the fire, moved over to his factory, burnt parts of the warehouse. Some equipment was damaged and work days got wasted, around 3 months. Okay. The total loss was approximately, I think, 10 million. Now, given the fact that my ex-boss was very resilient, he saved a lot of money, never had bad habits, never nothing, he was able to continue business as usual. But if it was someone else who was living hand to mouth and taking money from and putting there and taking money from there and putting there, they would have been destroyed. Now, the insurance claim that he had with this insurance company, the world's topmost, the number one, the best insurance company in the world, okay, I will not take their name. I mean, they would make claims. If any claim, they would give you immediately. But because this claim was so big, they, had their people to investigate and, obviously find out. And finally, when they realized that they could not do anything because all the claims were legit, they finally came out with a claim as per the clause in the contract. Clause B states, if there is an accidental fire, but it also further states, they twisted the words and somehow, so instead of paying 10 million, I think they ended up paying only 3 million or so. Okay. Even though for all the years, I think nearly 10, 15, 20 years, he paid the money religiously every month or every year full. You see how they played around? Okay. So in the same way, same logic that I'm giving you, where this article is, okay, if you pay 100, if they have to give you 101, small peanuts. But if you're going to put a sizable chunk of money, a big sum of money, and you're going to expect a big sum of money come back to you, well, you're in for a big surprise. There are many cases which I personally know, personal friends of mine, whose father or mother or whomsoever guardian had millions of whatever sums of money in the bank, and they died accidentally, and the son and daughter were not given a penny out of it. Now, the funny thing about this is they had money in the bank and they had loans, credit cards, okay? Credit cards, loans and all that. The money that they had, they didn't allow them to touch and they didn't give them. Money they didn't give. Loans and cards, everything they had to pay. See the fun? Even in some cases, even the spouse was not allowed to touch the money. But yes, you have to pay the loans. This is not because UAE is evil. Don't twist my words. It's not because UAE is evil. The banking system, the banking sector, the insurance, the hospitals, the medical industry, all these industries, they are just looking to make easy money. So, what is the moral of story that I want to tell you here? If you are really looking for gratuity, if you are really looking, in my humble opinion, me with the little bit of common sense that I have, I would say, instead of putting it in a foreign country, put it in the country where you're a citizen, where you're aware of the laws, where you're aware of your rights, where you can make claims. Okay. And not only that, have a proper system in place. Get a lawyer, get a, proper attested documents, make everything go proper. Don't try to do it in a foreign country where you don't know the language, you don't know what is written in the contract, you do not know if tomorrow you'll die or something will happen, how they'll twist the rules. And in fact, in UAE, if you have been in UAE for many years, you know for a fact that UAE changes its laws like it changes its underwear, which I've told you. So, unless you're an Emirati, if you're Emirati and you're local and this is your country, please invest. Great. If you want to get a lottery ticket and, just win big money, fine. That is like gambling, which I don't endorse, but then they keep putting all these stories so people have hopes. But if you're looking for hard-earned money saved every month and you're hoping to get some assured, return on an investment, this non-financial guy, this non-expert in investment is telling you, please invest in your country where you're a citizen, where you have certain rights, okay? And at least you're assured that if something happens to you, fine. Your country will not bamboozle you. But the chances of a foreign country bamboozling you when you're not a citizen is quite high. So for me personally, I would say instead of putting any money into this, it's better to keep your money saved with yourself. At least your wife, your children, everyone can access it. If you give it to them and tomorrow something happens to you and then they say, oh, as per Sharia law, as per this law, as per Muslim law, sorry, we can't give, he should have made this contract, that one. Don't have the headache. That's what I would say. But then again, your money, your life, your risk, you do what you want. So this is what I had to say. I just feel this is a very nice, flashy way to attract investors, but I wouldn't recommend. So good, bad, ugly. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Love to hear from you. This is me signing off. You guys take care.